Hi there, welcome to Terrorland Soap Opera. Today we're going to see what's going on in Leo energy. The top row is going to be people who are making the free will choice to be in high vibe Leo energy. They choose to operate from a foundation of love, to tap into their emotions, to listen to their intuition, to believe that there's a higher purpose to life. And we're meant to step into the spotlight of our life and be emotionally bold and brave and confident to live our authentic life. People who are in shadowy energy, they're going to be in the bottom row. Those are people who aren't willing to maybe tap into their emotions or listen to their intuition, not willing to be emotionally bold and confident, not willing to believe in their dreams and step outside, societal norms in a sense to follow their dreams. They might be people who think we're meant, maybe they don't have an very strong emotional foundation within themselves because they don't nurture and love and support themselves and believe in themselves. So they maybe tend to operate more from pride and ego because your pride and ego wouldn't get dinged very much by other people in the world if you knew your own worth and value. You'd know that those people are operating out of their own fear, insecurity, pride, or ego. And that's what shadowy Libra does. They get in relationships, and because they don't have a strong emotional foundation within themselves, and they're not willing to believe in themselves and follow their dreams and wishes from a foundation of love, they get in relationships and create an illusion that they are brave and they're willing to be loving. But they might have gotten into the relationship more because of fear, insecurity, pride, ego, money, image, status, or they're very self protective of themselves emotionally, and they get in relationships to indulge themselves in it, to have other people nurture and love them because they don't nurture and love themselves, and they create the illusion that they're loving, but it's really for them to be more like a 5 or 8 year old in a relationship and just indulge themselves in it, operate from their pride and ego, and be unwilling to learn and grow. So let's go take a look at the top row. Interesting. What you high vibe people are doing, you, your family members, your friends, your lovers, all the people who are in high vibe Leo energy right now are people. The reason for the reading is the Seven of Pentacles. You are being careful about what you're going to invest in because you've learned your lessons in life and you know that you reap what you sow. You can't cheat the system. You can't expect to be selfish and greedy and defensive and reap love. You want to move forward in truth. And the truth is, there's more to this world than our ego and our image and our status and money and materialism. We're creative, inspired, deeply emotional human beings for a reason. We're meant to explore the depths of our emotion. We're meant to nurture and grow ourselves to our full potential. We're meant to listen to our intuition. We're meant to be bold and confident and believe in our dreams and believe that the universe, divine, will work with us to bring those dreams into reality. And you only want to invest in people who are aligned with that truth also. Because we either build our life on a foundation of truth, love, honesty, character, integrity, being emotionally bold and confident, or we're trying to build our life on something else. And if we're rejecting love, we're kind of working from our base worldly nature, which is more about ourself, our pride, our ego, our selfishness, our greed, our self-protection, nism of ourself. There might be someone, well, what you're doing, you and all the people that you know that are high vibe, in your Leo energy, you're standing in your inner youthful nature of truth. to protect your future. You want people who accept that cup of love from the universe, who know that to be loving and kind and supportive and, self-disciplined so that we don't tip into our shadow side, our more worldly based nature of fear and insecurity and pride and ego. You want to be in relationships with people who are aligned with love. People who, in Scorpio energy, it's like the deepest emotions we can go into. It's like exploring the mysteries of love and passion and relationships. And you want to be in relationships with people who operate from an emotional foundation within themselves so that you can work together with them. Because that's how you operate within your foundation. You do believe in Gemini Virgo energy of the magician. You're aligned with love. Gemini energy is that aspect of ourself about how are we going to go about manifesting our dreams into reality. And Gemini is a dualistic sign. We can either align and believe that we can manifest our dreams into reality working with what the world offers us, or we believe in love and our dreams and our intuition. You're aligned with love, and you, in the Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy, you are balanced between your worldly nature and your more divine nature, which is your hidden realm, which is your emotions, your feelings, your intuition, your dreams, your hopes, your wishes. And you maintain balance between those two aspects of your nature, because we've all got this dualistic nature within us. Some people choose to reject their emotions, their intuition, their dreams, and they just work with what the world has to give them. But you give equal time, attention, and energy and investment into both of your natures, because we live in the 3D world. We have to invest time and energy and effort into our security and our housing and, all those kind of things. But equally as important is to give equal consideration to what we love, what we're passionate about, our dreams and our wishes and our hopes, because otherwise we're kind of living a shallow life, right? So you maintain balance within yourself, which is just and fair with the scales of justice there. And you also, you could look at this as that this is like your worldly nature of how you go about manifesting and putting in with the Virgo aspect aligned with Gemini energy and the Magician card. You invest your time, energy, and effort into what you want to create in your life, but you maintain balance, like with the divine, the Leo sun, being in life-giving energy, being in the energy of love, being authentically yourself, connected in with your true divine nature of your emotions, your intuition, your creativity. And you are maintaining balance within yourself as you are manifesting your dreams into reality, putting in the time, energy, and effort, because you want to have a new beginning with people who are also in high vibe Leo energy, people who are authentically themselves, not people who are presenting an illusion. Presenting the illusion that, oh no, I want to have a new beginning with you, but they're really operating more from fear, insecurity, pride, ego, selfishness, greed, self-defensiveness. You don't want to exchange resources with people from your past who might want to offer you a new beginning, but they want to manipulate you. And they want to exchange resources with you, hugs, kisses, money, and materialism, because they're operating from pride and ego. It's like, no, if you're not aligned with the same energies I am, and you haven't moved forward in your life and offered love to your own inner child nature, so you're not still like immature and fearful and afraid and prideful and egotistical, if you haven't done that, I don't know that I want to invest in you. Because I want to be in relationships with people who see the truth. Life isn't about living an illusion. Like, oh, look at us, we got in a relationship, look how successful we are. You know, what's the point of being in a relationship with someone who isn't coming from a foundation of love within themselves, who isn't able to work together with people from a deep emotional place, who doesn't believe they can manifest their dreams in reality? People who aren't balanced, people who aren't in life giving energy. Who wants to invest in that? That'd be like dating the devil. That'd be like you dating your own shadow side. Oh, you're fearful, you're insecure, you're prideful and egotistical. Yeah. Who wants to get in a relationship with someone like that? You know, people who've done the hard work and effort of Leo energy, they have learned to tap into their foundation of love, to have good boundaries against their more egotistical, prideful nature so that they don't get in relationships and act prideful and egotistical and defensive. You know, they want to be in relationships where people treat other people like they would like to be treated. Who wants to work with people emotionally and all they're doing is manipulating you because they want to exchange hugs and kisses or money and materialism because it looks good. It makes them boost their ego or their pride or makes them look like a shining star in the world. Who wants to be emotionally manipulated? If people aren't coming from a foundation of love and they haven't healed their own inner child to emotionally maintain balance between their worldly nature and their wishes and dreams, to have balance within themselves and be in life giving energy, who wants to invest in that? There might be someone who wants to invest in you, but they turn their back on the truth. The truth is, they are immature. And why do we stay immature? Because we haven't learned to treat ourselves. You know, people who are immature look to people outside of them like, shed light on me, love me, nurture me, treat me like your child, love me unconditionally. You know, we're supposed to grow and mature ourselves. We're supposed to respect ourselves enough that we treat ourselves with compassion and forgiveness because we are fallible human beings on this life journey. You know, we make mistakes and we can either get caught up in our pride and ego and like, oh no, I never make mistakes. It was all their fault. We can be immature and say, oh no, I don't ever have to learn or grow. Other people are just supposed to love me unconditionally. I still get to be immature and prideful and defensive. You know, we're supposed to grow up. We're supposed to nurture ourselves, love ourselves, treat ourselves with compassion and respect. And when we treat ourselves that way, we're coming from a foundation of love within ourselves that then, when we're in relationships with other people, we treat them the way we treat ourselves. And we treat them with love and respect. We treat them the way we want to be treated. There might be someone who wants to invest in you, but because they're still focused on people from their past, because they haven't healed those wounds, they might want to reunite with you. The Six of Cups can talk about reuniting. And this is their idea. They're not moving forward in truth. They're just thinking, should I invest in this idea that if they reunite with you and you make them a love offer, they're going to keep their eye on someone from their past that they're interested in. And they're just going to create the illusion that they're exchanging resources with you in a new beginning. But the whole point of it is to get someone from their past that they haven't healed from yet. Or they're hoping that if they invest in you, that you'll keep repeating patterns of the past with them, where they can be immature, where they can be manipulative and create the illusion that there's justice and fairness in the relationship, but it's really more about their pride and ego, their status, their image. The truth is, those people are in a mental prison about being loving, about being nurturing, about letting go of the past. And they might be hoping that if they invest in you and create the illusion that they're exchanging resources with you, that someone else from their past will be in a mental prison about it. That this person got in a relationship with you. The only reason they're up in your line, and they're shadowy obviously, is just because this person is thinking of making an offer towards you. And they're hoping if they make you an emotional offer that you'll reunite with them and that you'll live in illusion and exchange resources with them, maybe out of your pride and ego. But they're really hoping that someone else, because this person really wants to repeat patterns of the past, they don't want to live life like you. They don't believe they can manifest their dreams. They maybe don't believe there's a higher power. They maybe don't believe in love. They're more focused on money and materialism and status and image. And there's someone from their past that they think can offer them all those things. And they hope by making you an emotional offer that it'll put that person they want to be in a relationship with in a mental prison about the fact that they seem to be creating the illusion. Some of them might not even be reuniting with you, but they're trying to make the other person think that they're working together with you emotionally, so that the other person will be in a mental prison about it, and that the other person will put in work and effort, want to put in work and effort towards a dream, and will communicate with them and say, okay, I will mother you. I will nurture you. I will unconditionally love you. You can stay immature. You can stay selfish. You can stay greedy. You can stay prideful and egotistical. I'll be in a relationship with you. That's one way it could go. The people in your life that are kind of more 3D focused, they just work with what the world gives them. They turn their back on the truth that relationships are supposed to be about love and honesty. They think life's about, we come here, we live, we die. It's all about creating a name for ourselves. It's about having some plaque, I guess, after they die that tells what a great person they were in the world. They did this, they did that. They're missing the point. We're meant to be on a soul journey to live our life authentically, to believe in our dreams and believe that the universe wants to help us bring those dreams into reality. And we're not meant to be enslaved by worldliness, by our pride, our ego, money and materialism. If we can grow great abundance in our life, just working with what the world gives us, think of how much more abundance and stability we could have in our life if we made our decisions listening to our intuition and letting love guide our life. Probably stability and abundance beyond our wildest dreams. But anybody you know in your life that's more 3D focused, they're in a mental prison about thinking that there's more to this worldly existence, that it is meant to be about listening to our intuition, our dreams, our hopes. They have mental conflict about offsetting their worldly based nature with believing that there's more to life than that. So they focus on money and materialism, thinking that will bring their dreams into reality. And they're mentally defensive to love. And for some reason, they're mentally defensive maybe to loving themselves. And so they figure if I focus on money and materialism and status and image, I should be able to be in a relationship with someone where I work with someone emotionally, where I try to manifest my dreams into reality with worldliness, And the other people I'm in a relationship just shine love and light on me so I can focus on the things I want. The only thing is that the people who are loving and creative and inspired want to have a more equally balanced relationship. I don't want to just shed light on you and love on you and nurture you and grow you. And you focus on money and materialism and status and image. I want some love back. I want an equally balanced reciprocal relationship where you are equally able to give to me emotionally. You might be moving forward in love, working together with other people, manifesting your dreams into reality, having justice and fairness in your life to have a new beginning. Because you have been careful about what you've invested in. You haven't tipped into your shadow nature of maybe rushing into relationships out of pride or ego or fear or insecurity. And because you've done that, you've offered the truth to your own fears and insecurities about love. And in Virgo energy, you've done the work and effort to focus on your dreams, to speak the truth, that in your future you want people who are connected in with themselves emotionally in Scorpio energy, where there can be a mutually loving relationship because you want a long-term, emotionally fulfilling relationship with friends and family where people come from a foundation of love. The Chariot card is Cancer energy, loving home and family and self-love, where people have balanced out their dualistic nature. They've taken the reins of their free will. It's like, I am not letting my base worldly nature of fear, insecurity, pride, and ego, wanting to defend myself emotionally, to be emotionally defensive, to think life is all about money and materialism. And you have taken the reins of your free will, and your free will isn't going to run you off into the ditch because you operate from a foundation of self-love. You might have someone coming in to tell you that they are moving forward with someone who they say loves them unconditionally, that they can be happy with, and they're going to move forward very successfully with. The only thing is, this person lives an illusion. If they're not coming from a foundation of love within themselves, then they're just creating an illusion. The whole reason for this relationship is if indeed they found someone who's very loving and nurturing, that's willing to mother them, because the Queen of Pentacles can be like a mother energy. The whole reason they're in this relationship is because they are not willing to do the work, and it's hard work to offset your fears and insecurities and self-limiting beliefs and prideful, egotistical, selfish nature to be balanced from self-love. People who are kind of in shadowy energy look for a vehicle to move them forward. And if they can find someone who's willing to enable their more worldly nature instead of, making them kind of grow up and mature themselves, well, perfect. You're the vehicle for me. I'll get in a relationship with you and I'll look very victorious and successful. And I'll just live in emotional confusion and illusion saying that's good enough for me. It's really not going to be very emotionally fulfilling if this person still isn't connected in with themselves emotionally and listening to their own intuition. They're in a relationship more because it looks good by society standards. Oh, look, they got in a relationship. Oh, look, they seem so happy. Oh, look, maybe the person they got in a relationship with seems like they're moving forward so successfully. And this person went and got in a relationship with them, so they look like they're moving forward successfully. But this person is just creating an illusion with that other person. You either live more from your mind than your heart. You're either open and honest and authentically yourself in high vibe Leo energy, or you're not. And if you're not in high vibe Leo energy, you're being emotionally manipulative in a relationship out of pride and ego. And they might tell you, I am walking away and I am detaching from this foundation with you because I'm going to go for my wish and dream, and I am letting go of this foundation with you because they want to base, they don't want to bring down the foundation that they hide within, which is keeping their emotions hidden beneath the surface of their emotions in the Pisces moon. They don't want to look at what's hidden beneath the surface of their emotions. The moon can be about fear and insecurity because there's things buried in our subconscious or something, or past pain and heartbreak that we don't want to look at. Otherwise, we'd be willing to be loving and open. We'd be willing to step into the unknown. And this person doesn't want to bring down their foundation of illusion. They don't want to look at what's hidden beneath the surface. They will backstab themselves, their loving nature, their creative nature, their intuitive nature, their wishes and dreams, because they still cling to old ways of the past. Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. They are more clinging to their worldly base nature. So again, maybe they don't think there's any higher purpose to life, that it is all about money and materialism and status and image. And that's what they cling to. And they are all about being in a relationship this is Taurus Hierophant, Earth sign energy, which again, in a shadowy aspect, can be about putting in hard work and effort to be surrounded by luxury in life because they want people to look up to them and admire them like they're a pillar of society. But a true Hierophant energy, male or female, that's somebody who puts in hard work and effort, being loyal, committed, dedicated, and they actually walk the talk. This person is more about presenting the illusion that I'm honest, I'm a spiritual leader in the world. People should look up to and admire me. Look at all my characteristics and traits that I seem to exhibit to the world. But are they open? Are they loving? Are they committed? Are they loyal? Do they treat others as they want to be treated? Or are they very egotistical in their shadowy Leo energy, and it's all about their pride and ego and people making them the center of attention and looking up to them? And this person wants to hold on. The Taurus Hierophant is about our underlying foundation of life by which we make all decisions in our life. We're either very worldly focused or we actually walk the talk. And if we profess to believe that there's a higher purpose to life, that people should act with character and integrity, they should overcome their worldly nature of pride and ego and selfishness and greed, and they should actually treat others as they want to be treated, they should be open and honest and emotionally vulnerable and loving, this person just likes to present a good front. They're actually unwilling to work cooperatively with others. They're unwilling. The Four of Pentacles talks about somebody who's not willing to learn their lessons to move forward in life. They still cling to an old way of being. I don't want to let go of my worldly nature. I don't want to let go of my pride, my ego, my selfishness, my self-defensiveness. It's all about my pride and ego and people looking up to me and admiring me. And they are going to hold on to a relationship with someone who's single and abundant, who has all those worldly things that they want, and they think that is their emotional wish fulfillment, because right now that's just how they perceive the world. It makes me think of that when we were young, or if you knew people when you were young that kept getting kind of into bad relationships, and the friends and family are like, oh my gosh, why are you going out with that person? You deserve so much better. Until that person kind of repeats that pattern enough to realize, oh my gosh, I do deserve better. I am no longer going to be in relationships with people who are selfish and greedy and, disrespectful and self-consumed. This person just hasn't learned their lessons yet. And so they are going to cling to a relationship of being aligned with money and materialism, and they think that's going to make them happy. And they are going to try to be strong about the fact that they maybe communicated with another choice in love, because in the world card, they're not willing to learn their lessons, but they are willing to end a relationship with some of you loving people because they don't want to learn their lessons. They want to be in a relationship with the other man, other woman. They want to be able to be emotionally manipulative in their shadowy Leo energy. They are willing to close out a chapter with the people in their life who are high vibe Leo energy in the Queen of Wands, because they don't want to be emotionally bold and confident, and they don't want to listen to their emotions and their intuition. They would prefer to end the relationship with you and get in a relationship with the other man, other woman who might be like them, who is also kind of more emotionally manipulative and operates from pride and ego. A third party. They prefer to be in triangulated relationships, kind of narcissistic relationships, where they can be emotionally manipulative and passive aggressive because they really can't even be in an equally reciprocal balance to a cups relationship because they're not balanced within themselves. And this might be the type of relationships that they grew up with. Maybe their family was emotionally manipulative and passive aggressive and all about image and status and money and materialism. And it wasn't about trying to follow your heart and listening to your intuition, treating others as you want to be treated. It's all about operating from pride and ego and finding people who want to work together with you emotionally that maybe you can be emotionally manipulative and passive aggressive with because of your pride and ego. So you see the truth. And that's the whole thing. We come across people in our life who put us in a mental prison, and the divine, we meet all these different people in our life, and it's for us to say, well, what do they value? What do I value? What do I think is important? What do they seem to think is important? What do I think love looks like? What do they think love looks like? And it's for us to try to sort through our thoughts about what kind of relationship we want to be in. The Two of Cups is a soulmate relationship. We have all sorts of soulmates in our life. Our parents, our children, our coworkers, our neighbors. It's for us to, if we didn't have people that were different than us, it wouldn't cause us to have to go up and think about, if we're Eight of Swords up in our head, we're thinking about Two of Cups. Some people are very fearful and have a lot of fears and insecurities about being loving, being open. And if anybody is communicating to you, saying they maybe want to invest in you, the universe wants you to be very careful about what you invest in. One idea could put you up in a mental prison. The universe wants you to give careful consideration, offer love to your fears and your insecurities, stay balanced and aligned within yourself, put in the work and effort to think about what your dreams are, speak your truth, that you want to be in relationships with people who are loving, who are open, who are kind, who are receptive, who are reciprocal, because you want long-term emotional happiness. And if this person isn't willing to speak their truth and work through their fears and insecurities about love, well, then you're moving on. You are going to face your fears to see all the emotional possibilities ahead of you. If this person had illusions about you and thought that you still wanted to reunite with this person because you also are someone who just wants to create the illusion that you've exchanged resources with someone because you're operating out of pride and ego, you're going to tell this person the truth. And the truth is, no, I have given a lot of thought to what I want to invest in, and I do not want to move forward with someone who's still emotionally confused, who likes to create illusion in a relationship, who wants to try to manipulate me to operate from my pride and ego. I find that type of relationship emotionally unfulfilling. And when you tell this person the truth, they might walk away from you because they're maybe not willing to speak their truth, stand in their truth, to be authentically themselves, to be open and honest. And yeah, they might feel left out in the cold from a wish or a dream, and it might be a tower moment for them. But if they want to continue to hide that they maybe live more from their mind than their heart, that they maybe backstabbed and betrayed you before, but they're wondering if you'll move forward in a relationship with them and just create the illusion that everything's great and that people don't have to speak the truth, that this person previously walked away from you because they were more in shadowy Aquarius energy, because they wanted to be the center of attention and have everybody orient around them, or they wanted to go towards someone else that they thought was their wish and dream, and that they let this foundation end and they created illusions around the whole reason the relationship ended, because they were willing to backstab and betray you because they want to repeat patterns of the past and maintain their image and their status, and they don't want to come clean and tell the truth. Well, then this person is still attached and clinging to their pride and ego and their status and image. People who've seen the truth about themselves, and those people are willing to detach from their old foundation and ways of being that are emotionally unfulfilling, and they see things from the higher perspective, and they are willing to bring down the foundation about things that were hidden. They are putting an end to clinging to their image and their status, because their wishes and their dreams and their hopes and their love is more important than them maintaining a certain image and keeping things hidden under wraps. Maybe not physically, openly, but maybe kind of energetically, you're kind of offering, if you see this person, you're still respectful to them, you're kind, you're still offering them love in a general sense. That, I'm manifesting my dreams, I'm staying balanced, and I'm going to be in life-giving energy. Are you going to do that? Do you want to invest in that? Are you still going to turn your back on the truth? Is this person going to invest in offering love to their fears and insecurities so that they can get aligned and balanced within themselves? Are they going to put in the hard work and effort towards their dreams? Or are they still going to be mentally defensive and guarded to love? It's like, okay, well, I'm manifesting my dreams into reality, and I am going to have a new beginning with or without you in my life. Because we all deserve to be in loving relationships with people who are loving and kind, who are willing to put in the work and effort. And if the person is still unwilling to see the truth, that they're in a mental prison about love, it's like, well, thank you, universe, for letting me know. But we're meant to go with the flow of the universe and not let anything stop us from bringing our dreams into reality. If the universe has revealed the truth to you that this person's in a mental prison and they are still mentally defensive, maybe there's a mother figure or a Scorpio in their original family that they are still defending, and they're unwilling to detach from that person in their life in order to follow their own unique life. follow their own dreams, follow the things they're passionate about, because the Scorpio or mother figure in their life wants them to keep focusing on the past and turn their back on a happy family and turn their back on their own happiness. You know, if this person has shown you by their actions that they are willing to defend that person and align with that foundation in their life, and they prefer to move forward in illusion and walk away and feel left out in the cold, to that it's more about being a shining star and having people look up to them and admire them than to reveal what was hidden beneath the surface, then this person is going to maybe cling to that old foundation in their life, and maybe some of them, they'll just stay single. If they have people in their life that they had some happy family foundation with, which could maybe be like their original family or a friend group or whatever, that they are very codependent on for their sense of emotional well-being and happiness, these people might stay single all their life, which really is not really a very loving family. This person might have a lot of love for them. They might be emotionally codependent on them. But if people aren't encouraging them to follow their dreams and their wishes and be with the people they love, then those people are in shadowy Leo energy, emotionally manipulating them. So, looks like you're going to invest in truth. And the people who are in more shadowy energy, they are defending a foundation that they work with cooperatively, and they are clinging to that, and they are unwilling to let it go, and they're just going to try to balance out their emotions about the whole situation. This person thinks their dreams are going to come into reality by taking some creative action, being defensive. They are defensive of working together with people in high vibe Capricorn energy. People who are willing to put in the work and effort to free themselves from those things that restrict them, oppress them, confine them. This person defends being in relationships and working together with people who are in shadowy Capricorn energy. People who are selfish, people who are greedy, people who are more focused on money and image and status and materialism than freeing themselves from those things. And this person's just going to try to balance out their emotions about the fact that this is what they cling to. Some of them might be, for one, they're defending their own Capricorn nature, their own shadowy Capricorn nature of money, materialism, status, image, repeating patterns of the past, not willing to let go of the past, not willing to learn or grow or mature and learn the lessons they were meant to learn. Some of you could be very patient. You could be a Sagittarius, or you are just someone who's very patient. And you had a dream. You wanted your dream to come into reality. You are someone who believes in that inner nature of hope and faith and creativity and imagination and love. And you communicated to this person that you've been trying to be patient with them. And this person is mentally defensive to working with you because they cling to the past. And there might be a Capricorn in their life that they want to hold on to, or people who are aligned with shadowy Capricorn energy, because that's what they're aligned with. So you could be telling them, we go from the Three of Wands to the Two of Wands. You are letting go of thinking that you could have an Ace of Wands, new, creative, inspired beginning with this person, because you see the truth. They could be an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, since we have the Page of Swords, but it's just someone who is kind of aligned with their more mind self. And they are defensive of these energies in a positive way. They are defensive of offering love. Again, maybe because a Scorpio, the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups are Scorpio energy. Maybe a mother figure, maybe a Scorpio, someone who reminds them of their past, someone they have knew from childhood, someone they grew up with in childhood, that they want to repeat patterns of the past, like when they were a child. And maybe a Scorpio or someone from their past has manipulated them into saying, if you align more with your worldly nature, I'll exchange resources with you, money and materialism, hugs or kisses, and we can have a new beginning. And you're just sitting over here. The reason for the reading is the Seven of Pentacles. You know that they're still thinking of investing in that type of relationship, and you're watching them. It's like, is that what you're going to invest in, really? You keep wanting to repeat patterns of the past? You're going to let maybe a mother figure or someone from your family manipulate you? You're going to let somebody offer you money to operate from pride and ego, to look like a shining star in the world, because you're not willing to put in work and effort to speak your truth, to follow your own truth? Well, we can only be patient for so long. And at some point, you've got to say, I've just got to see the truth. This person is just in a mental prison about love, or who to align with, or what to align with. Eight of Swords is Gemini energy. Well, there comes a point where we need to give ourselves the things we wish other people would give us. Self-love. And we need to turn our back on the past and putting work and effort into our dreams. And again, let go of the dream of thinking that we're going to have a new, creative, inspired, passionate new beginning with this person. Because we need to fight for the truth. And the truth is, we want people who choose love and loving home and family and being emotionally balanced and not turning their back on moving forward in life because there's someone in their life from their past maybe that they keep wanting to cling to, or they want a mother figure in their life. It's like, I see the truth. I am moving through the illusion. I am walking away. I'm going to detach from your foundation to follow my dreams. And I am letting go again of the illusion that you would put an end to clinging to your worldly nature or someone in your life who is single and abundant that you think you can be happy with operating from pride and ego. I'm just letting go of the illusion that you're going to grow and learn and mature, because every day people show us the free will decision they're making. If every day they're not coming and talking to you and putting in the work and effort and being open and honest and loving, is another day they are telling you that their free will choice is to create an illusion. And part of it might be to emotionally confuse you because they're not ready yet to quit clinging to these people. They're not willing to put an end to being happy operating maybe just from their pride and ego. It's like, if you want to keep operating from your pride and ego, your selfishness and greed, go ahead. I'm turning my back on you. And I am going to take creative, inspired action from self-love to close out this damn chapter in my life. And in my Leo energy, I'm going to take emotionally bold, confident action to work together with other people who work from an emotional foundation that offers love to the future. People who don't cling to the past. People who aren't happy operating from pride and ego. People who aren't happy thinking, I'll be emotionally fulfilled if I can get in a relationship based on money and materialistic reasons. for pride or ego or status. I don't want to be in relationships with people like that. I don't want to be in relationships with people who are happy to operate from pride and ego and who hold back from me, who turn their back on the truth. That is not loving. So we've got to bring down people who aren't loving. They do try to emotionally confuse you. That's the Pisces moon card. And we need to quit being in illusion. Every day, people show us by their words and actions what their truth is, and we need to see and invest in seeing the truth and quit being an illusion. Now, for the people who are in scattered energy, I think people that are in their shadow nature, I think they always have inner conflict within themselves, because there would the divine has planted a seed within all of us to desire love. Since we've been small children, we've always wanted to be in relationships with people who are loving and kind and respectful and nurturing. There is a part of them that would like to work together with people emotionally, but then their own shadow nature manipulates them into thinking they should be in more transactional relationships and exchange resources with people who want to operate from pride and ego. And their worldly nature stops them from being able to move forward in truth. So again, people either live in truth or they live in illusion. So then this person's like, oh, okay, I think my dreams will come into reality. I'm going to communicate to my mental side that I'm going to work from a foundation of money and materialism. And then they have conflict because that divine nature within them tries to step in to balance them out, because the divine wants everyone to learn and grow. And if this person maybe tries to get in relationship with someone else, that other person is kind of in shadowy energy just like them, and that person's defensive of working together cooperatively and holds back. The divine has a plan. You either work through your fears and insecurities, invest in truth, or you're going to get in relationships with people who are selfish and greedy and prideful and egotistical and self-defensive like you are. And those people are going to hold back from you. And you're going to have to balance out your emotions about the fact that you dreamed of not having to believe you could manifest your dreams into reality, but the universe has instilled that within us. We are meant to believe we can manifest our dreams into reality. And if they do get in a relationship, it's all going to be an illusion. There will be no life-giving energy in that relationship. If people aren't coming from a foundation of love, there will be no growth. There will be no, life-giving energy in it. It's like trying to plant seeds in unfertile ground, and they will reap karma for wanting to be a king of the world, all about money and materialism. They will feel like they have missed an emotional opportunity because the person they got in a relationship with that they thought was going to maybe emotionally indulge them, or the Scorpio or the mother figure from their past that they've aligned with, really doesn't invest in them, and they're going to feel stuck. And pride, ego, selfishness, self-defensiveness is going to stop them from being able to have the loving relationship they thought they were going to have. If nothing else, their own pride and ego and selfishness and greed and control and envy and jealousy and whatever else is going to prevent them from having the love. You can't have love unless you're loving. You can find people for a while who are willing to indulge you, but eventually is going to turn toxic, because this person is going to turn toxic because they're jealous and envious of people who believe in themselves, because they don't believe in themselves. They don't nurture and love themselves. They're selfish, they're greedy, they're prideful, they're egotistical. So there we go. I did a flip of the random quote calendar, and you got, if you want something you never had, you have to do something you've never done. October 11th. October is the 10th month of the year that talks about cycles ending. And 1 could be careful of what you align with and what you invest in, because what you invest in owns you. If you invest in pride and ego and money and materialism and worldliness, you're going to become a slave to it. If you align with love, you're going to be free. Get in relationships with people who are evenly yoked with you. If you don't want the devil in your house, don't invest in people who are selfish, greedy, prideful, in a mental prison, selfish, greedy, controlling, jealous, envious. Don't align yourself with people who aren't aligned with love. So I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.